Dave East owe you $100,000. You were talking about him, but you're scared to talk about him because he's from Harlem. You got to go back to Harlem.
You know what I mean? I know, like, this is the first time I'm even speaking about this, and I don't mind speaking about it because
you can't hide in Atlanta forever. Or maybe you can. Maybe you can hide in Atlanta forever.
I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it to make his image look better. Who the this nigga?
Did Oschino finally force Wayno to speak on his relationship with Dave East? If y'all want to go ahead and skip directly to see what Wayno had to say about Dave East, the timestamp is going to be in the corner, and y'all can go ahead and fast forward to that. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into this clip from Oschino.
Do I owe you money? No. You would think a person like Wayno, if Dave East owe you $100,000, you would be talking about him. But you're scared to talk about him because he's from Harlem. You got to go back to Harlem. You can't hide in Atlanta forever. Or maybe you can. Maybe you can hide in Atlanta forever. But Dave East, you owe Dave East money? Dave East owe you money? Why don't you think you'd be talking about him? I don't owe you nothing. If anything, you owe me something, but I would never say you owe me nothing because I did it out the kindness in my heart. Right? Dave East owed me $100,000. He ain't had no money. He robbed some girl for $30,000 and all this. Bro, say a video about that instead of talking about me. Don't that make more sense? Bro, he owe you $100,000. He got a podcast. He's popping. You get more views doing that, but you scared. You got pics because you're a chump and a coward. And you're not my brother no more. I don't care about how you feel. Nothing. We don't have to ever talk again in life till we die. And in the next world, we don't got to talk even then. Because I'm done with all cowards and suckers and snakes. And you sit here act like I ain't never do nothing for you. And I'm this guy hard to love and all this. What you ever do for anybody? Nothing. I'm so appalled I ever knew you, bro. I swear to God on my life.
Now, Oschino stayed making videos about Wayno. He made like 3 or 4 videos back to back about Wayno. And every time in these videos, he kept saying, why you speaking on me? And why you ain't speaking on Dave East? If somebody owe me $100,000, then that's who I'm going to be speaking on. So I don't know if that is something that prompted bro to say, I gotta speak on this, or I'm gonna address this because I'm addressing Oschino, but I'm not addressing Dave East.
So you had a big impact managing Dave East's career. You know what I'm saying? It's people have spoke on like how hard you were going. People say you went overboard, you know, for that situation there.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now, right? Is there anything that you feel like you would have done differently when it came to that management situation?
I would have kept it more business than personal.
Yeah,
I would have kept it
your heart in it, you mean?
I would have kept it way more. No, just my relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
I would have kept it way more business than personal because I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I don't have no relationship with Dave East at all.
Zero.
No, we don't have no relationship. And just most recently when I did Vlad's interview, when I spoke about him, one thing, niggas could call me whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't a bitch and I ain't a liar.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 things I'm not. I'm not a bitch or a liar. So when I spoke about him, he hit me and he was like, damn, all that. And I'm like, oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
Me telling the truth about like my experience with you. I didn't throw you under the bus, which I really can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what camera looking at me, but yeah, I could throw you under the bus. But I didn't do that. And I don't like, the thing is like with niggas, bro, with this rap shit, niggas respect the white man way more.
Mm.
You wanna know why? Because the white man don't get personal with you.
Mm.
The white man don't let you in his home and let you be around his kids.
Mm-hmm.
The white man don't tell you how he feel about you personally or share personal things with you. And when you do that with a nigga, niggas forget that.
Mm.
And then when they forget that, you forget the foundation of what it was that we built. So yeah, we don't have no relationship, and I don't even care our relationship with that nigga.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because end of the day, I put in a lot of time for this nigga. You know what I mean? A lot of time as far as work, resources. You know what I mean? Because I cared. It was 2 things. It was one was this. I was doing management. I had a couple of artists that I worked with that it didn't work, and then I had one that I was like, all right, if I could get one to work, it's gonna grant opportunity not just for me but for whomever that is. Mm-hmm. And I could really build something off of that. And we built some real shit. Mm-hmm. And at the point where we built some real shit, that nigga's selfish ass ways is what crumbled everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know like this is the first time I'm even speaking about this, and I don't mind speaking about it because I will speak about it more in detail on my platform if I feel that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie Every time a nigga name come up and they say, "Oh, what happened?" "Oh no, we just had our differences and we walked away." Nigga, if you know me and my wife was together for mad long and you couldn't see we was inseparable at one time, and then one day we not together no more, and I say, "Yo," you say, "What happened?" I say, "We grew apart." You're gonna accept that at the moment. But you're gonna say, "Nah, it's not just that."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that ain't just what happened. And the thing with with me and him was there was good times. There was very, very good times, but I can't talk about the good times without talking about the bad times because they're a product of one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here, "Oh no, he never fired." Yeah, that nigga fired me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it to make his image look better. Who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool on all these rap niggas, bro, for real. The ones I got respect for know it, and the ones that don't, it is what it is.
Situations like that put a bad taste in your mouth for rappers, period.
Not necessarily. A lot of them have common traits. I think creatives, at one point or another, especially when they don't understand businesses, this is not about dude. I'm just saying, period.
Right.
Creatives have a problem with people monetizing their work. So if it's cool when a nigga give you a check, but then when a nigga say, "Yeah, I gave you a check, I want some back." What you, nigga, I'm the one that made, you know what I mean? Like, I made this. And I wish, bro, as an independent media personality, I really wish that, not wish necessarily, but you know how great it would be to have a person come to me and say, "Oh, Wayno, I got a lot of resources, I got a lot of relationships, what you're doing is cool, but I can help you get to another level. And I'm gonna give you that, and all I want is a piece of that, a piece of what you get." That's more than enough for me because I know what it takes. See, a lot of these niggas, when you're not with them or around them, they don't think that you're doing anything.
Right.
They don't think that you have any value. And only a person that doesn't see the value in themselves wholeheartedly can't see the value in another person. You know what I mean? Like
fire.
I value myself and I know what I put into what it is I do. So the people who try to help me do something, I value their time. I value their commitment. I don't give a fuck if it's making a phone call, a text message, or email to tell somebody about what it is I'm doing or to bridge that gap a little bit further. I value that. But when you don't value a person, you can't, all I am is a dollar sign to you.
Right.
And why am I getting what I'm getting? You feel me?
Shout out to my brother Danza.
That's my dog. What? I fucked with Danza.
I told him I was coming to do your interview and shit, and he's like, "Yo, Fred, he a solid dude."
I appreciate that.
He said he a solid dude, like straight up. Wayno's a solid dude, so I want to make sure I say that on this platform. Shout out to my bro.
I appreciate that. And then one last thing I say, bro. You know how crazy it is to hear you stole something from a nigga. A nigga say, "Yo, I heard you was." Yo, let me tell you something about niggas in the hood, bro. These niggas don't know nothing. They start making shit up. Fact. Yo, niggas will really be in the hood and don't know, have no information. Say, "Oh, he had to steal something or something had to go." No, that's not how shit be going.
They saying that's why he fired because he stole bread.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that at all.
Okay.
But I'm saying I heard people, not from him. I'm saying like people in the street.
Period. Okay.
Or niggas say, it get back to me. Niggas say, "Yo, a nigga said you did da-da-da-da." I'm like, who? The nigga that don't got a job, that ain't been to the dentist in 20 years. Like this nigga got to say so in anything I do.
Yeah.
Nigga never been in an office. Nigga can't even read. And going to say to another nigga, "No, bro, these niggas really can't read. These niggas be dumb, broke, bum ass niggas that just sit around talking all day, smoking and just talking and saying, 'Yo, you know what had to happen? These 10-4 you had niggas, you know what had to happen? I think it went like this. Why? Because you thought of that? You know, niggas, I don't even know these niggas' last names.
Right.
How many niggas you done heard say something about you? You don't even know they don't even know your birthday. They don't know your mother. They don't know nothing. And niggas say something about you. Fuck out of here.
All the time.
I wonder, is this gonna make Oschino now make another video about Wayno and say, "How you gonna go back to Harlem?" or something, because he trolled everything this dude do. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he gonna have this in his next interview when somebody asks him about Wayno. And we gonna see, is Dave East gonna respond to this? Like, what is Dave East gonna have to say about Wayno saying it ain't no relationship, and after all this time he finally addressing it publicly? Like, we're gonna see. If y'all like the video, man, make sure y'all hype my video, bro. Look, bro, y'all don't be hyping nothing, bro. Hey, look, bro, y'all don't be hyping nothing, bro. Like, man, it'll be 62 likes, 300 likes, bro. Man, 2 hypes. What's wrong with y'all, bro? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all act like somebody got to pay you. Do I got to pay you to hit the hype button, bro? I got to persuade you. That is some bullshit.
We don't brag about what we do, we don't speak on what we see. We don't drive our shit no more. We hop on cars and get on feet. Been this block with this new Glock. These bitches switch it up like cheese. We know from chase down these can't run, we creep.
Property threat. He was more defensive of it than the master was. That was an old Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes.